Hey, this is the assignment 5 sprint report for Murray Campbell. First question was making a skybox. So it's pretty straightforward. It's supposed to be a 1 by 1 by 1 cube model, but I expanded it out to make it look like an actual skybox. And I didn't have that loaded up. Darn. Sorry about this. I had it loaded up before, but that was when I was recording another version of this. This is like my 5th take, for whatever reason. Okay, so there it is, the skybox. It's got some seams, but that's because the texture I found was not good, I'm pretty sure. So it's set up, I just set it up in the model tools. I have this create unit skybox function. It's pretty much the same as the texture for the box, like unit box, but the UVs are different. I had to reassign them for the texture that I was using, and then I had to reverse all of the triangles so that I pointed inwards. Nothing really special about how I set it up in DXApp, except for the fact that I scaled it up to 500. So that was super big. That's the only reason why it's not like a small skybox, but I just wanted to see it as a skybox. Yeah, so there's that. Moving on to this. This was the terrain height map. I'll just show that off here. I've set here, I'll show you in a bit, but yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Just this. I have the test TGA thing, the test 16, for the height map and for the texture, just for testing purposes, but it works with other things. And I just wanted to do this one to show off. So yeah, that's pretty, it has a pretty straightforward setup in here. You can see the height map that I used and the texture that I used. So texture, height map, and how that's set up there. Nothing super special or different. And then my terrain model class, I had to add a lot of stuff. I decided to take some things like side length and pixel width and move them into private like class fields. I've got a reference to a model that the terrain thing handles, but it doesn't hold its texture, it doesn't hold its shaders, so it's all good in your books, I think. I hope. Jeez. Then I have some helper functions here. I'm going to need to work this out and expand it into separate functions soon, probably, but for the simplicity of this, what was required for this assignment, I just decided not to. But this will be easy to fix later. It's pretty short anyway. So, yeah, I just kind of like step through every single vertice or every single vertex and calculate like where it is positioned based on like a base position, and then I figure out if I need to add that height value. Currently, because it's between a 0 and 255, I scale that down to 0 to 1 by dividing by 255, and then I divide it again by 5 because otherwise it's just like the height is 1. So this is gonna eventually be like the height value here. Or something thereof, like 1. Yeah. It'll probably be times and then like a point. Yeah, you'll see. Or we'll get to that eventually, but for now I just kept it as a magic number. Yeah, UVs, all of that's set in there, that's fine. What else? Yeah, triangles are pretty straightforward. I have these two helper functions here, which is the get vert index and then get height value. Get vert index just returns like, you give it like the row and the column, and then it gives you the the vertex index for that row column coordinates. And then the height value is like the index for that you put into, you can see I used that up here, get height value. So that's like the index, I guess. I should change the name of this to like to get height index or something. Get height value index, and then it just renders, deletes the model at the end. Pretty easy. It creates the model here in the constructor as well. It's pretty much just like the flat plane, but obviously these vertices and tris are generated based on the height map. So yeah, that's pretty much it. There was no further work section this week. So yeah, that's it.